Hello, in this video we will look at a question based on knockout tournaments. In knockout tournaments, two players or say two teams play and the losing team or the player gets eliminated and the winner moves to the next round. Also, in this type of tournament, two particular players or team can play against each other only once. You just pause the video, read the rules that are given in the question very carefully, and then proceed with the video. What is given to us here is that there are 64 players and they are playing against each other in 6 rounds. That is round 1, round 2, round 3, quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals. So now what happens in round 1? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 till 61, 62, 63 and 64 players, right? So what happens in round 1 is player seeded 1 will be playing against player seeded 64. Player number 2 will be playing against player 63. 3 will be playing against 62. 4 will be playing against 61 and so on. So basically these 64 players, they are ranked from 1 to 64 and these rankings are called as seeds, right? So player ranked 1 is known as player with seed 1. So he is playing with 64. Player with the highest seed is playing with the player with the lowest seed. Player with seed 2 is playing with player with seed 63. Now the point that we need to observe here is that in any match, the two players that are playing against each other, the sum of their seed adds up to 65. For example, 1 is playing with 64. So 1 plus 64 is 65. Then 2 is playing against 63. So it adds up to 65. 3 with 62. So 3 plus 62 is 65. This we are doing assuming that there is no upset. We'll look at the concept of upset a little bit later. Okay. Now what happens in round 2? The top 32 seeded players will reach to round 2. Like in the match between 1 and 64, 1 will reach to round 2. In the match between 2 and 63, 2 will reach to round 2 and 63 will get eliminated. Likewise, top 32 seeded players will reach to round 2, right? So now we have 32 players with us. Now what happens in round 2? Player seeded 1 will be playing against player seeded 32. 2 will be playing against 31. 3 will be playing against 30 and 4 will be playing against 29. Now the observation here is sum in any match is 33. So 1 plus 32 is 33. 2 plus 31 is 33. 3 plus 30 is 33. Now what happens next? As we have seen, top 16 players. 1, 2, 3, 4 and we have 13, 14, 15 and 16. So top 16 players reach to round 3. Again I am repeating this point. This we are considering without any upsets. So basically what is an upset? So in an upset what happens? A lower seeded player beats the higher seeded player. For example, in round 1, in the match between 1 and 64, 64 beats player number 1. Then it will called as an upset. And what happens next? 64 will reach to round 2. We will discuss upset in a bit detail later on. Now, back to round 3. What happens in round 3? Player number 1 will be playing against player 16. 2 will be playing against 15. 3 with 14, 4 with 13 and so on. And as we have seen, the sum adds up to 1 plus 16, that is 17. Next what happened? As you may have guessed by now that in quarterfinals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Top 8 players reach to the quarterfinal. Rest all are eliminated. So in quarterfinal what happens? 1 plays with 8, 2 with 7, 3 with 6 and 4 with 5. And the sum in quarterfinals is 9. Now I am again and again telling you about the sum. So what is the use of this sum? The use of this sum is that if I ask you that with whom, against whom player number 13 will play in round 1. So instead of writing it down, what you will do is you will just subtract 13 from 65. So 13 will be playing against 52. So this is the use of calculating the sum in any round. Now back to semi-finals. What happens in semi-finals? Top 4 players reach to the semi-finals. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1 plays against 4 and 2 plays against 3. Next, 1 and 2 reaches to the final, and if there are no upsets, 1 wins the tournament. So this is basically what is given in the question. Let us look at the concept of upset once again. Suppose in round 3 what happens is 1 is playing against 16. So if upset is there, then 1 plays against 16. So suppose 16 wins instead of 1. So this will be called as an upset. Now what happens next? Next, in quarterfinals, instead of 1, 16 will be playing against 8. So earlier what was happening? 1 was playing against 8, but 1 is eliminated because 16 caused an upset in that match. So 16 is playing against 8. Now if there is no upset, then 8 moves to the semi-final. But if 16 causes one more upset, then instead of 8, 16 reaches to the semi-final. So in semi-finals, 16 plays with 4, and if there is one more upset, then 16 again wins and 16 reaches to the final. This was the case in semi-final, and final 16 plays with 2 if there is no other upset than this. And if 16 has to win the tournament, then 16 have to cause one more upset, and if it happens, then 16 wins the tournament. So basically this is what is given in the question. Now we have to check for each and every question that is asked, and we have to solve it accordingly. So let's look at the question. So the first question is, if the final was played between the player with seed 5 and the player with seed X, then which of the following can be the possible value of X? Okay. So now, because they are asking which of the following can be the possible values of X, we don't have any other option than by going through the options that are given to us. So we'll take each option one by one and we'll check whether it can fit into the value of X or not. Okay. So basically the first thing that they have given is that player with seed 5 reached the final. Okay. So what happens? Player with seed 5 can reach to the quarterfinals without causing any upset because it is higher seeded player than the rest of the players. So in the quarterfinals, you can see that player 5 will be playing with player 4 to reach to the semi-finals, right? So now in this match, what happens? Player 5 will cause an upset to eliminate player 4 and to reach to the semi-finals. So in semi-finals, what happens? Instead of 4, 5 reaches. So 4 cannot reach to the finals if 5 is reaching to the finals. So 4 is not the option that we are looking for. Now next what happens? In the semi-finals, player 5 will be playing with player 1. Then again player 5 will have to cause an upset to reach to the finals. So in finals, instead of player 1, player 5 will play against any player. So that X can be 2 if there are no other upsets, but 2 is not given in the options, correct? So now we have to check for the players that can cause an upset to player with seed 2. So in semi-finals, what happens? Player 2 will be playing against player 3. So if player 3 beats player 2, then he will reach to the finals and play against player 5. But 3 is also not given. So now what happens? We will check in the previous round, that is the quarterfinals. Now in quarterfinals, 2 is playing against 7. So in the match between 2 and 7 in quarterfinals, if 7 beats 2 and causes an upset, then 7 reaches to the semi-finals instead of 2. So 7 will be playing against 3 in the semi-finals. 7 will again have to cause an upset to reach to the finals. So 7 beats 3 and instead of 2, 7 reaches in the final and plays against player with seed 5. So option B, that is 7, can be the possible value of X which can play with the player with seed 5 in the finals, right? So answer for the first question is option B, that is player with seed 7. Let's look at the next question. So in the next question, it is given that if top 6 seeded players reach the quarter-final stage, then which of the following cannot be the seed of the player playing his final against the player seeded 1 in case he reaches the final? That is, it is given that player 1 reaches the final, right? So there are no upsets in these matches which player 1 plays. That is, in semi-final, player 1 plays with player number 4. So player 4 definitely gets eliminated. So in semi-finals, what happens is player 1 is playing with player 4. So player 1 beats player 4 and player 4 cannot reach the final. Likewise, in all the rounds in which player 1 is playing against the respective players, like in quarterfinals, he is playing against 8. In round 3, he is playing against 16. In round 2, he is playing against 32 and 64 in round 1. So these all players will definitely get eliminated. Now, next what is given to us is that if top 6 seeded players reach the quarterfinal. Now again we have to go with the options. So the first option is 3. In semi-finals, 2 is playing with 3. So if there are no upsets whatsoever, 2 will definitely reach to the finals and play against 1. So 2 is not the option that we are looking for. Now in semi-finals, in the match against 2 and 3, if 3 wins instead of 2 and causes an upset, then in finals, instead of 2, 3 reaches and play against 1. So 3 can also reach to the finals. Now talking about the other players, it was given that top 6 players reach the quarterfinal, but nothing is given about 7 and 8. Now we are not concerned about this player with seed 8 or whosoever comes here, because it definitely gets eliminated because it is having match against player with seed 1. So we are concerned about this person, 7. So 7 is playing against 2 in the quarterfinals. If 7 beats 2, 7 goes in the semis, and again 7 beats 3 and he can go to finals and play against 1. But 7 is not given in any of the options, so we are not concerned about 7. But instead of 7, some other player from these 3 rounds can come to the quarterfinals and can play against 2 and can beat 2, causing an upset and reach to the semis and finals. So what happens, we will check for the matches in which 7 is playing and we will check for the player who is playing against 7. So in round 3, 7 will be playing against player with seed 10. Now, how I am able to get that so easily? Because what I did is, I just subtracted 7 from the sum, that is 17. So 17 minus 7 is 10. So 7 is playing with player with seed 10 in round 3. So what happens? In round 3, in the match against 7 and 10, 7 gets eliminated and 10 reaches to the quarter-final. Now in quarter-final, what happens? Player with seed 10 will play against player with seed 2. He will cause an upset again, and in the semis, what happens? Player with seed 10, instead of 2, here 10 will come and 10 will be playing against 3. So here he will cause one more upset and 3 will get eliminated, and in the finals 10 can easily reach to play against 1. So 10 is also the player who can reach to the finals, so it is not the option that we are looking for. So option C is also eliminated. Now instead of 10, who all can come? Now suppose in round 2, 10 is playing against 23. How? 33 minus 10 is 23. So 10 will be playing against 23. So what if in round 2, in the match against 10 and 23, 10 loses and 23 wins. So in round 3, 23 will be playing instead of 10, and in round 3 10 was playing against 7, so 23 will play against 7. He will cause an upset, and in the quarterfinals 23 will play with 2, right? Here 7 was playing with 2, but instead of 7, 23 is playing. 7 already got eliminated in round 3, so 23 is playing with player 2 in quarterfinals. In the semi-finals, 23 will be playing with player 3, again an upset, and in the finals 23 will be playing against player 1. So 23 can also reach to the finals. So again, this is not the option that we are looking for. So the correct answer for this question will be 11. Now let's check it how. So in the quarterfinals, top 6 seeded players definitely reach to this stage, right? So player 6 in round 3 will be playing against player 11. How? Sum is 17. So 17 minus 6 is 11. So in round 3, what happens is player 6 is playing against player 11. But it is given to us that player 6, no matter what, it reaches to the quarterfinals. So to reach to the quarterfinals, he should beat player with seed 11. It means that player with seed 11 cannot move ahead than round 3. He will get eliminated in round 3 itself. So player with seed 11 is the player that cannot be the seed of the player playing his final against the player seeded 1. So answer for this question is option B. Now let's look at one more question. What can be the minimum number of upset matches will the player seeded 18 will have to play to win the US Open tournament? Now they are asking that how many upset matches will player 18 have to play to win the tournament? They are not asking about the total number of upsets that need to take place in this tournament so that 18 wins. They are asking that how many upset matches that 18 will have to play. Right? I hope it's clear to you. So let's check. In round 1, what happens? 18 will be playing against 47. So in round 1, 18 plays against 47. 18 wins. 18 goes to the round 2. In round 2, 18 will be playing against player with seed 15. So 18 will be playing against 15. Now because we have to minimize the number of upsets, we will not make this match as upset, because what we will do here is that instead of 15 in round 1, 15 will be playing against 50. How? 65 is the sum minus 15, so we get 50 here, right? So in round 1, what happens is 15 will be playing against 50. So here suppose 50 causes an upset to 15 to beat 15. So now instead of 15, 50 reaches to the round 2. So the round 2 match is between 18 versus 50. Now without causing an upset in round 2, 18 can definitely reach to round 3. Actually, if there were no upsets, then 15 has to come in round 3. But instead of 15, 50 came in round 2 and 50 got eliminated and 18 came in the round 3. So now 18 will be playing against player with seed 2. Now again 18 will have to cause an upset to move to the next round, but we have to minimize the number of upsets for 18. So what we do here is we take the match in round 2 of player with seed 2. So in round 2, player with seed 2 was playing against player with seed 31. So suppose this match was an upset and 31 reaches to the next round. So in round 3, instead of 2, 31 will be playing against 18. So instead of 2, 31 will be playing against 18. Now without causing any upset, 18 will move to the quarterfinals. Now in quarterfinals, what happens? Instead of 2, 18 reaches to the quarterfinals. And in quarterfinals, 18 will have to play against player with seed 7. So 18 versus 7 is what we have in quarterfinals. Now here if 18 has to move to the next round, 18 will have to cause an upset. But suppose in this match 7 was playing against 10, right? Even if 10 won, then instead of 7, 10 comes to the quarterfinals. But again 18 will have to cause one upset to reach to the next round. But suppose in round 2, 10 was playing against 23. 33 was the sum, so 23. So instead of 10, 23 wins. In round 2, let me write it down. 10 versus 23, 10 gets eliminated, 23 reaches to round 3. And in round 3, 23 will be playing against 7, right? Now in this match, 23 beats 7, causes an upset and reached to the quarterfinal. So in quarterfinals, instead of 7 and 10, 18 will play against 23. Now 18 can win easily without causing any upset because 18 is higher seeded player than 23. So 18 reaches to the semi-final. Now in semi-finals, instead of 2, 18 came. So 18 has to play player number 3. Now player number 3 is higher seeded player than player number 18. So what we do here is, let's take the very first round, and in round 1, why we are doing this? Instead of going to round 1 by 1, we will directly check for the round in which 3 is playing with the lowest seeded player. So in round 1, 3 was playing with 62. So suppose 62 causes an upset in round 1 and he causes an upset in every round that he plays till semi-finals. So in semi-finals, what happens is, instead of 3, 62 comes. Any other player can also come, but we have to take the lower seeded player than 18. So we take the first round, correct? So in semi-finals, what happens is 18 will be playing against 62 instead of 3. So 18 can easily beat 62 without causing an upset. So 18 moves to the finals. Now in finals, what happens? Instead of 2, 18 came, right? So 18 will have to play 1. Again take the first round. 1 was playing against 64. So instead of 1, 64 came. So 18 can easily beat 64. In the finals, what is happening? 18 versus 64 is what we have. So 18 can easily beat 64 without causing an upset. What was the question? What can be the minimum number of upset matches that will the player seeded 18 will have to play to win the US Open tournament? So we saw that player 18 can win the tournament without causing any upset by himself. There were so many upsets, but 18 did not cause any upset to win the tournament. So answer for this question is option A, 0. I hope this is clear to you. Let's move to the next question. So what is given in the fourth question? Till round 2, there were no upsets. That means in round 3, what we have with us? 1, 2, 3, 4 and till we have 16, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So 1 will play against 16, 2 will play against 15, 3 will play against 14 and 4 will play against 13 and so on. So that means 16 players reached to the round number 3. There were no upsets in round 1 and round 2. Now what is given? In round 3, there were 3 upsets. Okay, so in this round, there were 3 upsets. Next, what is given? While in quarterfinal, there was only 1 upset. So in quarterfinal, we have only 1 upset, right? Now, if the final was played between players seeded 11 and 13 respectively, then which of the following is necessarily false? So nothing is given about the semi-final, but the final is between player 11 and 13. Okay, what is the sum here? In round 3, 11 was playing against 6 and 13 was playing against 4. So these two matches will definitely have to be upsets in order to make them play the final. So here 2 upsets we got. So in the quarterfinals, what happens? 1, 2, if there were no upsets, these players should have reached to the quarterfinals, correct? So instead of 6, 11 reaches to the quarterfinal, and instead of 4, 13 reaches to the quarterfinal. Now here 1 will play against player with seed 8, 2 will play against 7, 3 will play against 6 and 4 with 5. But 6 is eliminated, so 3 will be playing against 11 and 5 will be playing against 13. So these are the 2 matches. Now we need to have 2 upsets in the quarterfinal to make them reach to the semi-finals. But it is given that there is only 1 upset in quarterfinal. But it is also given that there were 3 upsets in round 3. We have used only 2 upsets as of now. Now what happens? Player with seed 3 and player with seed 14, that is in this match 3 versus 14. If 14 beats 3 and causes an upset, the third upset of the round 3, and here instead of 3, 14 is playing against 11. So 11 without causing any upset can reach to the semi-final. So 1 was reaching to the semi-final, then 2 will reach to the semi-final. Now instead of 3, 14 was there, right? 14 was playing against 11. So 11 will reach. 1 we have, 2 we have, 11 we have. And in the match between 5 and 13, 13 will cause the one given upset and he will reach to semi-finals. So in semi-finals we have 1, 2, 11 and 13, and in the finals we have 11 and 13. So now let's look at the options that are given to us. So the option A is the player seeded 2 had played his semi-final match against player seeded 11. So in semi-finals 1 will be playing against 13 and 2 will be playing against 11. So it is a clear possibility. So this cannot be necessarily false. So this is not the option that we are looking for. So option B tells us that the player seeded 5 had won his round 3 match. So in the round 3, player seeded 5 will be playing against player seeded 12 and there is no upset. We can clearly see that in round 3, 13 is playing against 5. So that means if 5 is reaching to quarterfinals, that means he has definitely won his round 3 match. So this is also a possibility and this is not the option that we are looking for. Option C tells us that player seeded 11 played his quarterfinal match against the player seeded 14. Okay. So in the quarterfinals, we saw that 11 will be playing against 14. So this is also not the option that we are looking for. Last, maximum number of upsets in the tournament cannot exceed 6. Let us check once. So in round 3, there were 3 upsets. There were no upsets in round 1 and round 2. In round 3, there were 3 upsets. In quarterfinal, there was 1 upset. In semi-finals, there should be definitely 2 upsets to make 11 and 13 reach to the final, correct? Next, till now, how many upsets do we have? 3 plus 1 plus 2, that is 6. So how many upsets do we have till now? 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6 upsets as of now, right? Now, because nothing is given about the match between 11 and 13, if 13 wins the tournament, that means he is causing one more upset. So maximum number of upsets in the tournament can definitely exceed 6 and it can be equal to 7. So option D is necessarily false. With this, we will end the discussion for this video. One last thing, like this question, any format or say set of rules can be given in the question. Some more parameters, like for example, concept of bye can also be used in some other question. Bye simply means if in a scheduled match, one of the 2 players is not able to show up for the match, then the other player is declared as the winner and moves to the next round. The point is, any number of rules can be given. You just have to understand and interpret them correctly. And this can be done by giving yourself exposure to different types of questions. Thank you.